Hello there, this is forexbrokers.net, and we will discuss here morning and evening stars. During this article, as you probably noted, we will also cover bullish and bearish engulfings, but before that, reversal pattern, or a powerful reversal pattern, is the evening and the morning star. Like the name suggests, an evening star forms at the end of a bullish trend. So for an evening star, you need to have a market that is on the rise, and then at one point in time, the market rises, and it forms a very strong candlestick, in the sense that it forms a candlestick with a big bullish real body. Real body is the difference between the opening and the closing prices, with a very small upper or no upper shadow and a very small lower shadow. It shows continuation, so this would be bullish, green. Then the very next candlestick is a small candlestick with a very small real body. The color or the nature of the real body, bullish or bearish, it doesn't really matter. And then you will see that the market fails to make significant high and to close at the high. The upper and the lower shadow don't really matter, so this would be the upper shadow, this would be the lower shadow. For instance, if this would be our body, let's make the body a bit bigger, something like this. And then the next candlestick that follows has little or no upper shadow, a very long real body that goes into the territory of the previous candlestick here, minimum 50%, and usually exceeds it. Ideally it doesn't go like this, but more or less it will have the size of the previous candlestick's body, maybe 75% or 80% or whatever, but the minimum is 50% in order for the pattern to be considered an evening star. This is an evening star, and when you interpret an evening star, you interpret all these three candlesticks. So once again, as a review, what do we have? We must have a rising trend or a bullish trend, and then the market forms a bullish candlestick. Basically, you don't have any idea what's about to follow, because this is what's supposed to happen in a bullish trend. You'll have only green candlesticks, and then the market hesitates. This candlestick is very important. It could be a doji candlestick, or it could be the opposite of a hammer, a shooting star, or it simply could be just a candlestick with a small real body. And then an opposite candlestick appears over different color, a bearish candlestick that retraces minimum 50% of the previous candlesticks, of the first candlestick's real body, and that is an evening star. For a morning star, the opposite should happen, in the sense that you will have a bearish trend, which is mandatory. No bearish trend, no morning star. No bullish trend, no evening star. So you have a bearish trend, and then the market forms a strong candlestick with a strong real body here like this. The upper shadow usually is very small, very short. This one like this. Maybe not even a lower shadow or nothing. Then the market forms a very small candlestick in the middle with little or no upper shadow, or it can have a very big upper and lower shadow. And then an opposite candlestick, a bullish one that goes well into the territory of the first candlestick, minimum 50%, maximum 100%. Sometimes you will also have strong candlesticks like this, but I would disregard these kind of patterns, because they distort a bit the price action. Again, these being reversal patterns with the Japanese candlesticks patterns, they show again a battle between bulls and bears. They show hesitation. They show that in this case bulls try to get in control, and in this case bears try to get in control. So the entire pattern is this one, evening star here, morning star here. In reality, so this is the theoretical concept. In reality, how does it look like? In reality, you will have a bullish trend. This is enough for it to be a bullish trend, by the way. This is not enough to be a bullish trend. For instance, this might be interpreted as an evening star, because you have what? A strong candlestick with a strong real body, a candlestick with a small real body, a very long upper shadow, small lower shadow. This would be a shooting star. And then a candlestick that goes well into the territory of the previous one. But as I mentioned earlier, the real body of the second candlestick here exceeds the real body of the first one, which is not quite something to consider in an evening star, and I would ignore this one. Plus, there is no bullish trend. This is more of a bullish trend if you want. The market travels to the upside for an entire week. This is the 4-hour chart, not for entire week, but anyways, it is a bullish trend. And then at one point in time, it forms one candlestick with a strong real body, a little lower shadow, little upper shadow, another candlestick with a very small real body. This, I would say, resembles a rickshaw man as a type of doji candlestick. Another candlestick with a strong real body, a bearish one, that goes into the territory of the first candlestick's real body, exceeds 50%, and that is an evening star. How to trade the evening star? The first thing to do is to mark the top of it and the low of it. Namely, out of the three candlesticks, you look at the highest point in the pattern and the lowest point in the pattern, and you mark the high and you mark the low. Then you find 50% retracement, maybe 61.8, 38.2 will be okay as well, depending on the aggressiveness of the trade of the trader. Let's say that this is 50% retracement, and then the market retrace. So this is the closing, the market retrace. So this is the risk. This would be the risk. Always have a stop loss at the high. And for the reward, we go with minimum 1 to 3 risk reward ratios. Japanese candlestick patterns are known for providing very powerful and let's say very useful risk reward ratios, in the sense that this is the risk for the trade and then the reward 1, 2, 3. Never take a trade that has a risk reward ratio below 1 to 2, because it will make it difficult to grow the trading account. The next video in the same article will deal with bullish and bearish engulfings, even a more interesting pattern. Stay tuned. Bye bye.